Well, I don't know. I don't think the whole idea, this whole idea that there's some sort of agenda or movement, I really don't like. I don't like people getting together and saying we have to teach about genetically engineered GMOs. We have to climate change. Think about it. I think you tell the truth as you see it. You give the information you have. You think critically. But it's not my job to tell anyone how to think. It's not my job to teach people the tools of critical thinking. That's what a dick would say. My job is to share with everybody whatever I've got. If it's time to make a joke, you make a joke. Time to do a trick, you do a trick. You've got a piece of information on thinking that's been helpful to you, you pass that on too. There's a line by Bob Dylan, fearing not I become my enemy in the instant that I preached. It's from my back pages. One of the most important lines Bob wrote, and Bob wrote a lot of important lines. The instant you say, here is our agenda for the country, you have become a pig. Kill yourself.
Oh, I don't want to tell people what to think. I remember Rich Dawkins and I were I think it was when we were in Sydney at the Opera House, someone asked a question and said, how do you get more people to follow you? And we said, we don't want people to follow us. We want people to think for themselves. So all I want to do is encourage people to think about the world and be excited by it. I'm not trying to put anything down. The point is the world is really fascinating without all the garbage. So get rid of the garbage and enjoy the real world.
So obviously we need to be working towards teaching people how to think and not just what to think, both in education and academia and also in the general public. The problem with that is that it's hard. It's really hard to do and it requires a lot of resources, and our educational system is just flat broken. We don't value teachers the way that we should, and we don't in academia. I noticed this when I was working as a professor. There's this new millennial entitlement thing that you see where kids show up to class and they come to class every day and then they're like, why didn't I make an A? And I'm like, you come to class every day, you make a C. You work really hard, you make an A. You just get a C. That's average. You don't just get an A for showing up. So I think that we need to inspire more people to want that for themselves. And we also need to work more, both, like I said, in education and in entertainment, kind of edutainment, to inspire people to think about difficult things and to come up with their own conclusions and their own answers to problems. One way we do that is by having conversations with people we don't agree with.
If I hear accidental pregnancy, I'm expecting a story. How did this accidental pregnancy occur? Well, I was masturbating on the sidewalk. Like I do every Sunday, and my girl was upstairs and she was taking a shower and she got robbed at gunpoint of all of her clothes. So she chased the assailant down the street, all wet and soapy and naked and slippery, and as she ran past me, she slipped and did a backflip, landed right on my junk right as I ejaculated. I'm gonna be a father. I'd be like, damn, that's an accidental pregnancy.